and then they met Miley Cyrus. The Flaming Lips would help write and produce a large amount of Miley's fifth studio album, Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets. It's a messy mix of left-field pop tunes, some great, but a lot more not so great. At 23 tracks and over an hour and a half in length, the record is tough to get through. But if Miley were going to choose anyone to make a self-indulgent psych pop album with, I guess the Flaming Lips wasn't a terrible choice.
People would probably think she's this music industry, Disney Corporation manufactured persona, and what would we have in common? But I'm old enough not to give a about all that stuff, and she's young enough and brave enough and experienced enough not to give a kind of about the same level. You know, anybody that's been doing stuff for a long time, I mean, to welcome some new freaky adventure is wonderful.
But this venture towards the pop realm seemed to have rubbed off on the band, because their next phase would be a return to a mellower and more conceptual sound. In Oxymelody, the Lips make a nostalgic journey back to some of their more iconic sounds. The lo-fi orchestration of the soft bulletin, the sunny soundscapes of Yoshimi battles the pink robots, even the robust fuzz of Embryonic. Yet despite all of these callbacks, Oxymelody is its own mellow thing.
Doing, you know, a lot of stuff with Miley Cyrus and listening to a lot of, you know, being subjected to listening to a lot of her favorite music and being around her producer Mike Will and stuff like that, you become immersed in it.
Tracks sail through ambient, slow, and somber synth rock tunes that are the brightest the Lips have sounded in over a decade. But generally the album feels like it strips away a lot of what makes the Flaming Lips such a special group. For example, the band's usual bombastic drums have been replaced by boring programmed beats. So while it is audibly pleasing, the majority of the track list, especially the second half, feels barren and lifeless. But the Flaming Lips' career has been defined by their ability to bounce back, stronger and more inspired. King's Mouth is the band's maiden attempt at a full-fledged narrative record. Remember, Yoshimi doesn't really count. King's Mouth was a concept conceived as a soundtrack to a synchronized light art installation of the same name by Wayne Coyne. It was an exhibit that had a king's head large enough for people to step into. The entire album chronicles the life of a space king, from his mysterious birth and extraordinary childhood to his sacrificial death and enduring legacy. It's a pretty far out and theatrical concept, and adding a touch of classic rock royalty, Mick Jones from The Clash braces the album as its narrator.
King is dead. Cut off his head.
An artistic resurgence for the Flaming Lips, King's Mouth looks to reach for the same magic of Yoshimi in concept and composition, and it's just another example of the Flaming Lips doing whatever they want and modestly pulling it off.
I think for songwriters, any creative people, you really do embrace this idea of having somewhere to go, and I think the idea of the King's Mouth and the coloring and the vibe and all this stuff, I think led us to this type of music that's, part of it is kind of medieval Baroque or something, and part of it is kind of futuristic and it comes from Mars.
American Head marked the Flaming Lips' third studio album in a mere 4-year span, the fourth if you factor in the Deep Lips collaboration from the year before. Hey, maybe the group saw King Gizzard's output over the years and thought to quicken their pace. Conceptually, the band embarked on a journey of introspection, shedding light on their American heritage. This is the Flaming Lips' take on Americana, a bit of a country influence wrapped in their classic, sentimental neo-psych sound. The result is one of their most approachable projects to date. If you were waiting for an evolution on the lush orchestral trilogy, this is definitely worth your attention, and likely a potential new favorite. The songwriting fails to match the high bar set by the instrumentation, but American Head should give fans a renewed appreciation for the band's ever-evolving artistry. So why don't we talk about the Flaming Lips enough? Drawing from their winding journey, it's clear that they're a paradox in the music world. A rare blend of passion and experimentation has rendered them both iconic and at times enigmatic. In the early 2000s, the Flaming Lips had precious few challengers for most beloved neo-psych band, but over the last decade, things have changed. While they have had their fingers on the pulse of musical evolution, they've also danced to the beat of their own drum, often leaving audiences intrigued, bewildered, or lost in their wake.
The being a band is really, it really encompasses all the great exaggerated elements that is art. I mean, you can look any way you want, you know, that's kind of a statement. You can sing about anything you want, you can sound any way you want, and you know, that's a powerful thing, you know. Now you can make videos, you know, you can make your own movies. You know, it really encompasses just about everything there is in the arts, and you can sit there and say, this is me, using all these different things. And so I think that's why I was drawn to rock and roll to begin with, because I really come at this whole thing as just being a guy who loves music. People like watching a guy trying to do something, now whether that's climbing a mountain or trying to get to the moon or just trying to express himself. You know, for some reason, people admire that, and I'm glad that I picked something that I can really get enthused about. So I don't know, but I think all art is great.
Whether it's the weight of their vast projects, the shift of generational interest, or their unpredictable sonic transformations, their relative obscurity in music conversations is a bit of a mystery. But as we've seen time and time again, mainstream recognition has never been their focus. The band's essence is in the bold, the unique, and the unconventional. So what will the Flaming Lips do next? Simple. Whatever the fuck they want.
That's a gummy bear skull that weighs 7 pounds. Inside there's a brain, and inside the brain is a USB flash drive thing that's going to hold these 3 songs that we're going to release in April. And we're going to release a little video later that shows you have to eat into the brain to retrieve the music. I've probably never done that before.
acquired.
Shooting from here.
Enemy target destroyed.
Hostiles are attempting to make their way towards the first satellite relay.
Destroyed.
Spider 5D detected.
Enemy target destroyed.
Moving to range.
Acquired.
Engaged. Hostiles are on approach to the second satellite relay. The opposing force is sending new units into the battle from the surrounding area. I advise interception.
Enemy target acquired. Enemy target destroyed. Enemy target destroyed.
Need a kick.
Enemy target acquired. Acquired. Destroyed.
Detected.
Destroyed. Enemy. Enemy target destroyed. Enemy target acquired. Enemy target destroyed.
Blackjack 1